Hey, what's up, everyone? It is Silly Girl Carmen, and I am back on episode 20. And this week we are talking fashion and business. I was super happy to be reconnecting and interviewing two women that I've known for some years. Our first guest is named Misha Vaidya. She is a fashion designer and business owner of her self-entitled line, Misha Vaidya. Got a chance to catch up with her. She's holding it down in Miami currently, so she's in some warm weather, but it was really great to see her and talk business. And then I also got a chance to catch up with my friend from high school. Her name is Bianca Catherine, and she now has her own brand and line called Yo Soy Afro Latina, which is super dope, and she's holding it down in Texas. So we got the chance to connect on Zoom, and I'm really looking forward to sharing this episode with you all. I hope you enjoy, and be sure to follow through. There's also a section of music selection by each of these wonderful women. So our first interview will be with Misha, and our second portion will be with Bianca. Thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you guys both for being a part of Wonderful Radio. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Silly Girl Carmen. Super happy to have Misha Vaidya here to talk about her fashion line and her experience in the business and fashion world. How are you, Misha?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming on here. Before we get started, could you give us a quick intro into who you are? Introduce yourself for us.
I can. My name's Misha. I am of Indian origin, although I've never lived there nor of my parents. I was born and brought up in London. I now live in Miami, though, although London will always be home. I love to travel, though obviously in the past year it's been impossible.
Right.
I love, my goodness, I could go on and on and on and on. I love experiencing new cultures, new types of people, new ideas, new views, fresh flowers, the ocean. Again, I could go on and on, so I should probably stay.
Well, thank you for the intro. So how long have you been producing your fashion line? And your fashion line is called Misha Vaidya is your name, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So how long have you been doing your fashion line?
So initially, I started designing evening wear and special occasion. And then about 6 years ago, I rebranded completely, and that's when Misha Vaidya was born. I basically started getting very into ethical fashion, and as that idea was growing, I felt it was necessary to sway away from evening wear, because often with those gowns, people wear them once, maybe twice, whereas when we switch to ready to wear, we make garments intentionally, purposefully, hoping that they'll be worn over and over and over again.
Right. That's very interesting. I didn't realize that's a very eye-opening perspective that with evening wear, I could see how it's cool that you switch, knowing
really
the impact.
Like, you often just wear the dress once and then you almost feel bad wearing it sometimes to another event. So
right. Yeah. That's very interesting. So I know you do the fashion line with your mom, which I've gotten to work with Misha a few times, which has been awesome. Her team and her family are so awesome to work with. How is that working with your mom, and can you bring us a little bit into that creative process between you guys, or how you guys collaborate, or how that came about?
So many people ask me, because I think obviously working with family can be challenging.
Yeah.
But actually, it's been really great, because obviously we know each other so well.
Mm-hmm.
And to share something like this has been really special. I will say that the pro of working with my mom is that very little needs to be said when discussing a new idea, because she just knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Right.
But con is I'm always kept extremely accountable, and she's definitely not shy about telling me when she disagrees or wants to debate on something. Also, we come from very different backgrounds in terms of education and experience. Her background's actually business, healthcare, and then mine is very creative. So I think being able to balance those ideas has really helped the business move forward. So I mean, I feel very, very lucky to have her working alongside me.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I can attest to that. Yeah, the family dynamic, sometimes it's like, it's so close. It's like, but then it's but also like, okay, it's perfect because yeah, we know each other so well. There's no in between.
Balance.
Yeah, right. So I know it's been a weird year for everybody who has like a personal business, especially in the fashion world with things changing. But over the time that you have been doing your fashion line, what is a major accomplishment or breakthrough moment that you were excited about for yourself as a designer or your brand?
There's been a few. I would say, our first feature in British Vogue almost had me fall off my seat.
Yeah.
It was childhood dreams. I definitely have to say that. And then all the fashion weeks, which you were very much a part of. I mean, as far as events went, my dreams went as far as like planning a birthday party or having a picnic. So then having a full-blown runway show was ridiculous. I think also, especially more recently, given that I have been able to grow this business and also rebrand, it's given me an opportunity to help other businesses and startups to brand themselves. Through that, I've met incredible people and had the opportunity to collaborate with them. And often those people end up being friends. So I think that's been something really special that's come out of the business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I remember your post actually about the British Vogue one. That was definitely very cool. I'm sure that's exciting. Yes. Like
Celebrating for like the whole year.
What'd you say?
I was celebrating for essentially the entire year. I was so happy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, let's see. What advice one second. What advice would you give to women looking to start their own fashion line or going into the world of fashion and business?
There's a few things that I wish I had been more aware of when I begun. I think the first one is within the fashion industry itself, there's so many different components. And I think from the onset, you need to kind of figure out how you're going to tackle all those different elements. For instance, there's design, but there's also the sourcing, the production, the business development, the sales. So I think in order to ensure success at the end, you need to understand at the beginning how you're going to take care of each of those different components.
Right.
What else do I think? I think also in terms of, I mean, it's an awful thing to say, but the fashion industry as a whole is a very wasteful industry. And from being an advocate now more than ever of sustainability, I think that people beginning a business should really look into better ways of not falling into those wasteful patterns. So whether it's producing with sustainable fabrics or making sure to use environmentally friendly processes, I think we need more of that. Everyone loves clothing. Not everyone loves the awful things that are happening to the environment. So let's try and balance it somehow. What else? I think the main one for me is the same way that they say you are what you eat. Like you really are who you spend your time with. So I think in order to continue being creative, you need to surround yourself with people who inspire that. Like for instance, you and I'm not a DJ, but I'm so inspired continuously by the things you're producing and the things you're creating. And that in turn will help me to create within my own industry. So I think just collaboration with like-minded people, like just, inspire yourself all the time. Make sure that you don't lose that inspiration, because at that point, why be in a creative industry?
Definitely. And that's something, the topic about like the environmental component and sustainability has been something that I'm more interested in now too, in all different ways. And I know we're going to be featuring I'm going to be doing some segments on environmentalism and stuff like that. So it's cool to hear that you've like that growing process of realizing, the impact and then needing to shift your own brand in that way. very interesting and important. Well, those are all the questions that I have for you. Thank you so much for doing this interview with me.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and we're going to connect all of your Instagram and your website so people can check out the fashion line. And we look forward to seeing more from you in the coming years.
Thank you so much. And also, my mom said hi.
Oh, yes. Tell the whole family I said hello.
Definitely. Thank you, Carmen.
Yes, thank you, Misha.
Speak to you soon. Bye.
I've been looking right at you, but I don't think you're looking too. So won't you tell me what I got to do? Should I stay here or should I make a move? I want your attention. I relieve the tension. I need your attention. I release the tension. Baby. Planning every move just like that. I can tell that you're curious. Can't be any more obvious. I'm giving you all of the signs. Attention. I relieve the tension. I need your attention. Loving the sensation. Loving that. I want your attention. I relieve the tension. I need your attention. must be a higher love down in the heart or hidden in the stars above. Without it, life is a wasted time. Look inside your heart and I look inside mine. Things look so bad everywhere in this whole world. What is fair? We walk the line and try to see, falling behind what could be. Oh, oh, bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Where's that higher love? I keep thinking of. Bring me higher love. Bring me higher love. Oh, bring me higher love. Worlds are turning, and we're just hanging on, facing our fear and standing out there alone. I yearn, yeah, and it's real to me. There must be someone who's feeling for me. Things look so bad everywhere in this whole world. What is fair? We walk the line and try to see, falling behind and what could be. Oh, bring me a higher love, my Lord. Bring me a higher love. Oh, oh, bring me a higher love, my Lord. It's that higher love I keep thinking of. Bring me higher love. Bring me higher love. Bring me higher love.
conversation, I decided we should be friends. But now we're going round in circles. Tell me, will this déjà vu never end? Now you tell me that you're falling in love, but I never ever thought that would be. Ooh, this time you gotta take it easy, throwing far too much emotions at me. But any fool can see they're falling. Gotta make you understand. I'm giving you everything, all the joy can bring, this I swear. And all that I want from you is a promise you will be there. Say together, you will see what our friendship is for. Oh, if you can work this equation, then I guess I'll have to show you the door. There is no need to say you love me. It would be better left unsaid. I'm giving you everything, all the joy I can bring. This I swear, yes I swear. All that I want is a promise you will be there. Yeah, I want any fool can see that I'm falling. Gotta make you understand. I'll give you everything on this, I swear. Just promise you always be there. I'm giving you everything, all the joy I can bring. This I swear, yes I swear. All that I want is a promise you will be there. Yes, I
I can feel it overflowing. Ain't no limits. Just keep going. I can't control what I'm feeling. Too deep in it. Any minute. Wanna take you places that no one can find. Put my lips on you just to reach your mind. Let me take you all the way now. Let me take you all the way down like this. Ooh. Can I invade spaces that no one would try? Put your hips on me, just a little wine. Can we take it all the way now? Can I take you all the way down like this? Ooh. You give me reason la la la. Oh, oh, oh.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Silly Girl Carmen. I'm jumping on here with Bianca to talk more about her brand, Yo Soy Afro Latina. Super excited to be on here today. How are you, Bianca?
I'm good. How are you? It's been a minute.
I know. Me and Bianca went to high school together, so it's so cool going full circle to now be reconnecting and seeing the cool stuff that you're doing.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I've been good. How have you been?
I'm good. I'm chilling, in the house. It's quarantine, so I'm just, staying put in the apartment in Texas, but I'm doing good. I'm healthy. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, same. I know it's like weird times and I'm just blessed.
Mhm.
It's kind of been a cool time though for me to like connect with people in a different way, and using Zoom has been like a lifesaver.
Yes.
And cool medium to all this, but yeah, chilling.
Yes. Girl, in the house board.
Okay, so let's jump into this interview. I do want to talk about your brand, but before we jump into that, maybe you can give us a brief intro into who you are.
Yeah, definitely. So like Carmen said, I'm Bianca. We went to high school together. So I'm really hyped to like reconnect with you years later and just, share our passion projects and like what we're up to. But yeah, I'm Bianca. I work in social media as my 9 to 5. I'm the senior social media manager for VH1. Outside of that, I have a small business called Yo Soy Afro Latina, which is a lifestyle brand that highlights the beauty, experiences, and culture of Afro Latinas through our merch. So these are pieces that, I've created myself, or I've collaborated with other Black or Latinx creatives or designers, and just kind of making it a passion project, but also like a community-based thing where I can connect with other creatives, pour back into the community, and just share my story as an Afro-Latina, and bring some representation to, Latinas. So here I am.
Super dope. Nice.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I was checking out the stuff on your Instagram. It looks really cool. I like you've got a perfect aesthetic going right now. Really dope. So what was the initial inspiration? You did kind of already mention some of that, but what was the initial inspiration or motivation that brought you to develop the brand, or like what sparked, the initial start to it all?
Yeah, I think it was just like lack of representation. Like when I was growing up, I grew up in basically Southfield, Michigan, which is suburbs of Detroit. And I had like really fond memories of just like my friends and the community, but I always remember feeling like I didn't fit in. Like, yes, I had friends. Yes, I was involved in activities, but I never saw myself as an Afro-Latina and the dynamics of being Black American and Latina just in like any sort of household, TV, newspaper, nothing. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I kind of struggled with identity throughout, my teenage years and kind of into college, but that's kind of where I started exploring like who I was, who my culture is, like what does it make up, what does it embody, and then after I left Detroit to basically pursue a career in advertising, I went to New York. That's kind of like where I really just dug deep into like Afro Latinidad. That's when I was able to really explore the many facets of just like Latino culture and our dialect and our food, while also being accepted as like Black American. I was never considered other because there were so many other, ethnicities or cultures in New York City. So like, I just felt like, I was kind of coming into myself. And, throughout my, I would say mid-20s after moving from New York to LA, I just explored my identity further. And I realized that, in New York, I had a luxury of more times than likely people would assume I was Latina, or they would talk to me in Spanish. So I kind of had a luxury of like, really tapping into this other side of my identity that I wasn't able to in Detroit, just because Afro Latinidad was like not a thing. But then after moving from New York to LA, I realized that, there was there is sort of like a segregation between the communities, similar to Detroit. Like there was the Latino neighborhoods, there was the Black neighborhoods, there was like the white neighborhoods, every neighborhood had its like pocket, its identity. And I remember just feeling like, how I felt growing up. I just felt isolated. I felt, like, yes, people were friendly and I made friends, but like I was still just like othered, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of where the ideation of Yo Soy Afro Latina came about, was when I was living in LA back in, I think it was 2016. So, the Passion Project kind of came about as I felt this sort of isolation, and just kind of like dug into like who I was and my identity, and like, who my parents are and like who my ancestry is. And I was just exploring and like doing my research, really. And then I had the opportunity of moving back to New York from LA in like 2017. And that's kind of where I actually was able to bring this Passion Project to life, was in New York. So it's been a journey. It's been a blessing because it was a passion project and now it's like a small business. So like, there's layers to it, and I'm just like really grateful for the journey. But yeah, it kind of just started out of me not feeling represented in, media, books, school, anything. I just didn't see myself. So I created Yo Soy.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I can see probably how the timeline, 'cause I remember growing up, it's what it is today, the representation that's out there. It's like, wow, it's, they're making room and making sure that there's a lot more representation. But yeah, growing up, it was definitely more small and niche.
Right.
So I can definitely understand how that experience was. And I'm sure when you went to New York, because I know New York is such a melting pot in itself, was probably like, whoa, like what? All the, all these people.
It was fun. Yes. Like you said, and I'm sure you can relate too, because, you come from a different background as well. And, it's hard I wouldn't say it's hard, because as you're growing up, you don't feel it. Like in the household, you just feel like this is who I am. These are my parents, whatever. This is my culture. But then when you kind of grow into your own and you're in school, you realize like, okay, I kind of don't look like this, or my parents really don't talk like this, or whatever. We don't really eat that, so it's just kind of like, you kind of just feel like, okay, what's going on? But as the times, like you said, have progressed, like we're starting to see like Blackish and Grownish and, other TV shows that kind of bring these identities to the forefront. So that way people feel represented, you know what I mean? And they feel like, their story isn't just like, it's not alone. They're not, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's nice.
The shift in representation and even just the music culture has been extreme, but it's really good to just see people expanding from their stories and their place in that. So that's super dope. For you, what are some daily motives and tasks for keeping up and building the YSAL brand? Like, how do you keep
daily? I mean, it kind of depends, because like I said, I have my 9 to 5. So it really just depends on how work is for me that day or that week. If it's a busy week, then typically I'm prioritizing Yo Soy either before I log on to work or after I log off. So it'd be like 6 to 1 a.m. whenever I get tired, you know what I mean? So it can be a lot to balance, but if it's just like a slow season for Yo Soy, typically I'm just making sure that like my back end is set up. So, I have enough inventory, that I'm connecting with content creators to kind of resurface some evergreen content, which for those who don't know, evergreen content is just like repurposed or recycled content that you've already like put out there. So it's just kind of making sure that I'm maintaining my business and then I'm still bringing awareness to my business. So just making sure that the Instagram is populated, that emails are sent out, that bookkeeping is done, which I'm not the best at, but like, I'm getting better. So yeah, it just kind of really depends. But if I'm like in actual production when I'm making, new merch, it can be anything from like creating a photo shoot, like producing it, finding a photographer, getting samples, working with models, securing the studio, like making sure that I have enough packaging when I actually do send out these orders. Like it can really range from anything. But yeah, I just try to make sure that my daily tasks kind of lead up to my goals for that month or that quarter. Because like I said, it's a small business, but I am trying to scale it. So, you got to kind of start with, I guess, daily steps.
Yeah.
Which I'd be trying to do, but it's hard, the 9 to 5 definitely does take the forefront sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. That's yeah, I'm always curious because I know we're definitely in a time where a lot of people are starting, which is awesome, starting their own brands and trying to do like things from home and online businesses. But I'm always curious like what the, structure is for everyone, because it's like you're going into something really unknown, and doing it on your own, and then also trying to like give yourself some structure and growth. So
yeah, I mean, I feel like there really isn't any structure, which is what I'm learning as you either launch a business or you're an entrepreneur to some extent. There's really no structure. You just have to create it for yourself, which sometimes is really easy for me, but sometimes it can be overwhelming and it can just be like a lot, especially like I said, juggling a 9 to 5. But I have learned that creating some sort of structure, whether it's goals that you're leading up to or like just a to-do list of like stuff that I need to accomplish for that day, like that helps. Cause yeah, it's not easy. Like I have all the respect for people who are doing it full time. Because even doing it just like part-time, it's a lot,
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So let's see, what advice would you give to women who are looking to start a brand or online business?
Advice. Okay, well, I would say if you're starting a brand, definitely just make sure it's like authentic and true to like who you are or like what you're interested in. I started a brand because I felt like I didn't see myself represented. You know what I mean? So I automatically feel like I identify, it's a part of me, it's who I am. So just start something that comes from the heart or aligns with your, passions or interests. It makes it a lot easier, especially when you're building it. And then my advice for starting a small business, or you said an online small business?
Oh yeah, I did say online, but yeah, a small business, yeah, either way.
Okay. Yeah, online small business is, because it's e-commerce, which I'm learning is, whole industry in itself. I would say one thing that I would make sure to do is, create a bookkeeping system or some sort of like accountant or just money management system for you to ensure that, you're just making sure that you're tracking your spending, your expenses, your wherever the money is coming in, wherever it's going out. Just make sure that you're creating a foundation that's solid for you, because as things pick up and they get busy, it's really easy to kind of like lose sight of that. And in order to actually have a successful business, you need to make sure that your money is in order first. So just make sure that you're starting with a solid foundation. Find a bookkeeping system, make sure you register for your EIN, create your business bank account. Just really have a solid foundation, and it'll make things so much easier when you do blow up. So yeah, I feel like that's some advice for me too, because like I'm still working on that.
Right, getting your structure. Yeah, that's perfect. May I ask, has it been more for you? Like, have you had more sales or success with placing your products in other like brick and mortar spots, or has it been more online business for you?
Well, I haven't placed our products in brick and mortar spots, not yet. I feel like I want my own brick and mortar. So I don't know if I would place my products in somebody else's. I'm down for like a collaboration, but the goal is to have a storefront one day. So we're gonna manifest it. But yeah, so it's only been online as of right now. And I personally, I like it. It just makes it easier, especially as I'm kind of learning about business and, money management and just how to grow a small business. It's been just so helpful to kind of do it at my own pace, and e-commerce allows you to do that. But you're also able to like grow and scale your footprint by creating a Facebook or a TikTok or Instagram. So I don't know, I like it, I prefer it. But one day I definitely hope to have like a storefront.
Most definitely. Yeah, that would be super dope.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wrap up with one more question. What keeps you inspired and connected in the new climate of social and business operations today, with the fact that we are in the shutdown?
What keeps me inspired? Well, I've been hanging out with family a lot and like talking to them. A lot of my family is still back in Detroit, so I'll FaceTime them, I'll call them. And I just realized that I'm able to kind of like dive into those memories and kind of get inspo from like, whether it's like what my cousins were wearing back in the day, going to the cabaret or something, or like how my mom would like dress in the jewelry that she was wearing back then. So I've been getting a lot of inspiration from like them. I've been getting a lot of inspo from just like nostalgic TV. Like I've been watching Girlfriends and Moesha on Netflix.
Yeah.
So just kind of like diving into like a younger B and like what she was interested in and what she flocked to. I'm kind of just like diving into that and finding inspo, from I guess passions that like I had always had, but like wasn't able to kind of like explore because I was 10 years old listening to Trina. Like I can't explore that, you know what I mean? I'm too young, but now I can, explore the fashion and like the lyrics behind all that. So yeah, I'm just kind of doing that. And then, social media has been also really inspiring as well. There are some days when it's not inspiring and it's a lot and it's traumatic, you know what I mean? But there are some days where I go on there and I see, another really dope poppin' businesswoman who's out there, creating a cool reel for, her new candle line or her new beauty products. And to me, I'm just like, wow, one, I definitely want to support and cop that. And two, I'm just like, that's so inspiring. Like, I see how you were able to like dig into that creative bag. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I'm just kind of finding like different ways to, I guess, tap into like my creativeness and kind of just see how that inspires me on my next pieces. So I'm just kind of going with the flow and, tapping into my passions, my interests.
Yeah, I love that. I definitely can agree with that. Yeah, the space has made it like, okay, well, since I'm here, it's like it's the perfect time to really go back to some of your just natural creativity and just kind of explore that more. So that's super dope.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm going to make sure your website and your social media is connected on this episode so everybody can check out your brand. Is there any last things you want to say or?
Nothing crazy. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, all the social media accounts at Yo Soy Afro Latina. Make sure you shop with us this Black History Month, which is coming up. At yosoyafrolatina.com. And you can follow me on social at Bianca Catherine. Yeah, I had so much fun. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for coming on here. We'll have to connect soon when you're back in Detroit.
Yes, and we can link up safely. Hopefully, the city will be open and we can enjoy it because I'm so tired of being in the house.
I know, everybody. I'm going stir crazy here, but this is cool. I'm connecting with old people, meeting new people,
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Be in touch. We look forward to seeing more from your brand in the future.
All right, see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
It's different, 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 it's different. It's different when I'm sitting here alone all by myself. It's different when I think you might be with somebody, yeah. It's different, it's different, it's different, it's different, it's different, it's different, it's different. This
wasn't mine. Scared to admit my shortcomings led to overdraft in this affair. Declining quicker than we started. Evidence we misaligned and I get more in love with you each argument. Something wrong with me. I like the way you screw your face up, trigger me right when I need it. You wrong, but I can't get on without you. It's a shame and I can't blame myself. Keep it loving you, you do it this. All that I know is mirrors inside me. They recognize you. Please don't deny me.
It's different, it's different, it's different, it's different, it's different, it's different, it's different. It's different when I'm sitting here alone all by myself. It's different when I think you might be with somebody, yeah. It's different, it's different, it's different, it's different, it's different, it's different, it's different. This
Still with it when you born and got to keep me, I am chill. Don't drill when you see me out, kick it with my new thighs. Still hang around, even though you gab and gab. I could pretend you was my man. True love just how that feels. Out of my way, you out of pocket, need clear vision. Boy, can't trust decision when you near me. Get myself caught in your crossfire. You a wild one. And I'm waiting and you like it's cool. Water like it's cool when you pull up, pulled up with a new. And it's not all me. That I know is mirrors inside me. They recognize you. Please don't deny me.
It's different, it's different, it's different, it's different, it's different, it's different, it's different. It's different when I'm sitting here alone all by myself. It's different when I think you might be with somebody, yeah. It's different, it's different, it's different, it's different, it's different, it's different, it's different. This
possessions, I don't need none of them. Tú no me mereces. Someone could come love me if somebody know me. Tú no me conoces. Take a little sip, take a little puff. Don't wanna think, don't wanna talk. No. Is it enough? Is it too much? So I'm not done. Y me fue en el jeep a las 12. The backseat donde yo te conoces. Si me voy, no pierdas de vista. Hay cosas que se tatúan sin tinta. Fue mejor volar para no caerme. No, amor, no me duele perderte. Ya no estoy, pero nunca volverás. Hay cosas que se tatúan sin tinta. Ya no me pesa nada. La vida me trata bien. Tú estás con otra haciéndole las cosas que en mi cama te enseñé. Para nada si después me llamas, me dices que todo tú extrañas. Soy tu favorita, la que necesitas, pero yo no estoy pa' que eso se repita. El precio de tu amor lo pagué. Si cuando te perdí me encontré, lo siento, mi camino cambié, pero para bien.
Connected with our bodies and our soul. Connected, and I'm never letting go. Baby, once I got a hold of you, that's when I knew I'd be there for you whenever you need. Yeah. But sometimes you feel you're better off without me. Sometimes you feel you're better off.
Fue mejor volar para no caerme. No, amor, no me duele perderte. Ya lo estoy, pero nunca volverás. Hay cosas que se tatúan sin tinta. Y me fui en el jeep a las 12. The backseat, donde yo te conocí. Si me voy, no pierdas de vista. Hay cosas que se tatúan sin tinta.
You say that I've been acting different, yeah. Funny how I finally flipped the script on ya. When you the one who's double dipping, yeah. You so sloppy how I caught you slipping, You're off the lease, run me my keys. No more popping up the hitty, yeah. I ain't even got the miles to trip on, yeah. No phone, who is this? Brand new, like the whip, rack it up, no assist. Hey bitch, I ain't average. Wake up, need a zip. Hennessy, take a sip. Look at my jeans, I'm too thick. I ain't got no room for extra baggage. Don't forget to come and pick up your feelings. Don't leave no pieces. You need to hurry and pick up your feelings. While I'm up cleaning, boy please, I don't need it. Memories, all that shit, you can keep it. Oh, don't forget to come and pick up your feelings. Don't leave no pieces. I'm trying to find a fuck to give for ya. You ran out of chances of forgiving ya. Yeah, listen, I'm listening just for you to go and break my heart again. I learned my lesson last time. Now I ain't coming. This is what you had now. And I bet you I look better, don't I? New phone, who is this? Contact, don't exist. Either I call that bitch. Gas way too expensive. No more benefits. Proper visit. Hands tied, no grip. I ain't got the room for extra baggage. So don't forget to come and pick up your feelings. Don't leave no pieces. You need to hurry and pick up your feelings. While I'm up cleaning, boy please, I don't need memories, all the shit you can keep it. Don't forget to come and pick up your feelings. Don't leave no pieces. Knock on the door where my heart once was. But you had your fun, but I had enough. Now I'm really done. I deserve so much more than you gave to me. So now I'm saving me, and I made my peace, so you can run them streets. But don't forget to come and pick up your feelings. Don't leave no pieces. You need could be your own
Oh no, it's Vito, baby. Yeah, I can't lie. I can tell you're jaded, baby. Wipe your eyes. Don't let him see that he got the best of you. Girl, I'll take the rest of you. Look, I got a question for you. Is it worth it? Real love, do you think you deserve it? Cut him off, go and find your purpose and get you with the good that's solid. Personally, I'll do more than support your dreams, baby. Get you and me. It's time to boss up. Fix your credit, girl, get at it. Get your bag up. Hit that gym and get back fine. Go get that degree, go girl, focus on me. Unlock potential that you didn't know you had in you. Know that, hey. Oh yeah, it's time to mix it up and get your glow, girl. I know that you gon' get it, you got so much. Don't let nobody tell you that it's over. I want you to know that, girl, you got it, you got it. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You got it, you got it. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you my little baby. I'm gon' make it known. Let that nigga hate, girl. What is he gon' do? Get back your honor. It's cool, I know you stayed down. Girl, f that drama. If it ain't about the money bounce, you know you the. I don't even gotta say, hey. I know you gon' win, shawty. You just gotta play, hey. Girl, I'm gon' let you know you got it. Every chance that I get, don't you doubt it. No, I'm not perfect, but I promise I'm worth it, girl. You know you deserve it, stop playing. It's time to boss up. Fix your credit, girl, get at it. Get your bag up. Hit that gym and get back fine. Go get that degree, go girl, focus on me. Unlock potential that you didn't know you had in you. Know that, hey. Oh yeah, it's time to mix it up and get your glow, girl. I know that you gon' get